What's up? It's your boy, Major Monorail, back at it again. This time, instead of just some CS clips I have a playthrough. I'm going to be playing through a bunch of games that I know some people will not want to play or have no intention of playing because, frankly, it's just not something that interests them that much. While Dr. Kane logs in and reads a bunch of stuff about Megaman X and all of his stuff, well, we might as well talk about the game in question. This is Megaman X. It is a 1991 platforming game. It is fun as all heck, and it is so worth it. Out of all of the games in the series, this is one of my favorites. It is just fantastic. There's several different ways to play the game. There's like Buster only, there's a general casual playthrough, there is a 100% playthrough, which is what we'll be doing. We'll be getting everything in the game. I've got a rough idea as to what things are, but there are a certain order of bosses that I'm going to go through that I personally prefer out of any order of bosses I've ever played. The first few are roughly the same, just because the first one gives us the best upgrade in the game. The second one gives us a one-stop shop for all of our items for that one, and also a really good boss weapon for any boss or for any non-boss enemy, because it just deals a lot of damage because of all the active frames. We're also gonna go to one of a few other different places to just pick up some stuff along the way and as we go. It won't be the fastest thing in the world, but my order is going to be a little different than what some might like. I'm going to do one thing though. I'm going to show you the options about it. So this is assuming that I have an Xbox controller, that's why the buttons are like this. I like shot and jump to be right next to one another, but I'm going to be weird. I'm going to make dash right bumper. Why? Because dash pellets are as easy as they are to do by doing stuff. I'll go over them later. I prefer to have a dash button be something I can actually make use of. And the controller I would consider playing this game with, which has two back buttons that I would remap to the B button per se, I don't really like having to do that, and I can get used to doing something else with my index fingers, because those don't normally do anything. The unfortunate bit is that if I could, I'd play this on keyboard. I'm a weirdo who does play this kind of game on keyboard, because all of the buttons are pretty much just available for both of your hands. The thing is that the Megaman X collection, the version of the game I'm playing on, which you can tell because I've got a special pause button for it, Rookie Hunter mode's just an easy mode, we're not going to worry about it. The rest of these are all just settings or how to play the game. The controls for it only allow the following keys to be mapped, and they are ASDF, ZXCV, the spacebar, the shift key, and the tab key, I believe. And then the 4 arrow keys are your movement. The problem is that I am a left-handed movement kind of guy. I like my movement to be in my left hand and my actions to be in my right. I can't have that on keyboard, and I'm not turning a keyboard upside down for that. And multiple different methods of keyboard remapping don't seem to function in ways that I want them to. And I haven't been able to get them to work right, so I don't bother with it. If I could, I would have the movement set to WASD, and then I'd use IJKL for the other buttons. Or just, in this case, JKL, because all you really need is a start button, which you could just map to anything. The menu button we're going to have as is. The select I'm going to map to just the Y button because I can swap back and forth between the two. Why does this, what? Why can you, oh, you can cycle through them? That's weird. I didn't think about that. That's fine. I didn't know you could do that, but that's okay. Anyways, that's all that I need to do. There's a sound test in here, you can play all the sounds, but you don't need to do that. Now back at the main menu, we're going to start the game. For the time being, all we have is the jump and shoot. Do the classic Mega Man, jump and shoot, jump and shoot. That guy is weak. This one will crouch, he'll either fire 2 missiles, or he'll fire an electrical attack. You don't know which one's coming out, and if you do, cool on you. I don't really know which one comes out half the time. I wanted that. Prick. That was a big health drop. Big health drops are really nice to have, because they heal quite a lot. Especially in the early game when you have not a lot of health to work with. Unlike normal Mega Man titles, there are health upgrades. We don't have them. So we're actually really weak for what it is, compared to like a regular Mega Man playthrough where you have the full health bar to work with. That was a small weapon drop. There's a bigger one of it. We cannot do anything with weapon drops at the moment because we just don't have a weapon that uses weapon energy. With this guy, I like jumping and shooting him for the most part, and then just smashing with pellets on his lower cycles. You can charge shot him, but you don't need to. Now, in normal Mega Man terms, we'd be lost, but we're Megaman X. We can wall jump. If you hold against a wall, you'll slide against it. You can press jump just to jump. It'll be fine. It also allows you to kind of traverse areas and see, hey, is there anything further down? And usually, if your screen doesn't scroll, that means that's a no. I don't think in this game there's any way where that's not the case, but I wouldn't go too far. You die only when you fall completely off the screen, to my knowledge, or if you hit a spike, like any normal Mega Man problem. Mega Mans are known for their incapability of handling spikes. We're gonna hold the charge. Normally there's a charge noise. That's the charge noise. Sometimes it gets eaten because of the SNES sound chip not being able to handle everything. You only need to take care of the bugs that are close enough to you, which the big charge shot will manage just fine. There's gonna be a little dude that'll fly in here. Just kind of back off a little bit when you see him, so you don't have to deal with them too much. There's a lot of these guys that'll spawn, and they're irritating. I do not like them. Oh no. So that's a car dude. These car guys, you can actually ride their cars. If the cars fall off though, they'll get slower, which sucks. I'll destroy this guy's car. You can jump up him, and then just mash him down. If you have auto fire, you'll find that you can only have like 3 pellets on screen. Fortunately, your pellets, or lemons as some people call them, fly far enough away where it's not going to matter. This ship will spawn in cars. You'll just want to charge shot the car and then destroy the car. You'll have enough time in between cars to build up another charge shot. And then that's the end of that segment. It does require 2 cars to be fully destroyed, so if they go off screen and they don't come back, they're lost. And you'd hate to see that. This is File. We won't be dealing with them. So the fast method is to just take damage, because you are meant to lose, by the way. We're going to contact damage our way through this, pretty much. Or actually, yeah. Now we're good. He'll pretend approach. I want to be shot. Thank you. You want to get hit by one of those, because if you touch him, you can die, and then that's really bad. I'm not going to read most of the stuff, because I've read it so many times. Vile is just like, ha, you lose. Counter offer. No, he doesn't. The one in red is Zero. An absolute freaking Chad. We are Zero enjoyers here, so we'll enjoy everything that he does. X is gonna complain that he's not really good. And Zero's like, no, bro knows how to fight. You're not even at full strength yet. If you got everything up to code, maybe you'd be good. Anyways, I'm gonna go off to Sigma's place and see what I can find. Toodles, and then he'll fly off, and so will we. This is a save game. The other way you'll know that I'm playing on the X collection is because I can save that. Unlike the PSP remake and the original game for sure, maybe the PSP remake, you can't save those, I believe. So it's really nice to do that. This is the boss order section. I'm going to explain stage mechanics that are missing from things because, unlike every other X game in the series, and most of the Mega Man games prior, stage mechanics get turned off if you beat the right boss beforehand. or beat a boss beforehand. In the case of Chill Penguin, we won't see that, but there's like 2 noticeable examples for sure. Excuse me, I want to get up here, thank you. Jump too early up here. And just jump on his stumps to move him. We're gonna slowly but surely make our way through here. These bats are really easy to shoot, so they'll chase after where you are roughly aiming at your head so you can at least shoot them pretty easy. Those wheel guys that were from the opening bit of the game, you can shoot them twice to destroy them. Sometimes if you shoot them, they'll just slide and fall. You can jump over them pretty easily, so don't even bother shooting them unless you got a charge shot like that one. Do be careful though, if you end up going back anywhere, you'll end up respawning enemies, and that can be a big pain in the butt, especially in this segment, because of all the wheel guys that you have to shoot. But now that we're at the end of that, we get our forced upgrade. Unless you're playing in a password setting, there is no way you can avoid this upgrade. Genuinely. Unless you input a password, there's no way you can change it. Dr. Light here is going to be like, man, I wanted the world to be peaceful, but it seems you have to fight, so I scattered all of these capsules literally everywhere. You will get upgrades. This one grants you speed. You'll want it. Also, the capsule will stay here unless you off-screen it enough. Anyways, this is the dash button. Dash is as effective as you hold it. You can double tap them, or you can not bother, or you can just tap the dash button, which is more fun. Anyways, dash jumping is one of the fastest methods of movement in the game because you pretty much just have all of the agency to re-dash as soon as you land. You can also dash jump off of wall jumps. You want to dash as much as you can as well, especially in this game, as there is the dash pellet. The dash pellet is one of the strongest things in the game. We're going to use our iPhones to just avoid that. Imagine the power of a charge shot, but in the power of a dash attack. And that's pretty much what you have here. This is a ride armor. You jump in it, you can hold up and jump out to jump out. If you jump into it, it'll give it to you. It's got a punch. That's all it has, and this game does not have a lot of them. This is a Joe. He chillin' in the ride armor. You can knock the ride armor down, but you almost always don't want to. You can Yoshi your ride armor, but there really isn't a scenario where you're gonna want to do that I can think of. Damn, I got comboed. That's alright. So this is a boss door. This is a checkpoint for the stage. Each stage has a mid-stage checkpoint and a boss checkpoint. And if you die before any of those, you'll have the last one. Usually the stage start, and then the mid checkpoint if you got it. This is Chill Penguin. We'll be dash attacking everything. We'll be dash attacking for the most part. He's got this little charge attack. He spawned those ice statues from before. Again. As you saw, he jumped up to the top there to do stuff. He'll spawn 4 of these little ice rocks. They can either fly out. Excuse me, thank you. Holy cannoli. I want to dash jump. This controller's not very good. He's got that movement piece there. As for those 4 rocks that he shoots, they either can go straight or lower. It is pretty much like a 50-50 for which way they go. If he does the rock attack, you can just kind of mash through the things. sniped! Usually if he spawns those ice statues, he'll either do the rock thing, which is pointless, or he'll do the jump up either onto you or onto the hook up top to do his snowstorm ability. So if you can snipe him before he does that, you can actually get free damage in. It's pretty nice. This is the weapon get screen. We got a new weapon, so it'll do something. Shotgun Ice doesn't actually show you what it does. So Shotgun Ice just shoots a little shotgun ball. It looks like it's a little ice projectile. That's cool. I'm gonna save here just in case I fuck it up. Am I recording? I am. Alright. I didn't know if I was. Because I'm gonna be honest, I forgot if I started. Anyways. Our next stage, if you're following boss order, would be Spark Mandrill. We're instead going to go to Storm Eagle stage. Storm Eagle has like it's got 3 things in it we want. We need the leg armor to get 2 of them, so we're going to get them both, and then also get the other piece. So, unlike Chill Penguin stage, where we can't get all the upgrades, we're going to get all of 3 of them in this stage in one go, which will be just handy. We're gonna wall jump onto these platforms, which are wall jumpable, by the way. These guys take 2 lemons, or 2 pellets. We're gonna dash onto the left and just hold left here. Go on the top of the building, on top of the start of the mission, and then grab that heart container, or heart capsule. I'm used to heart containers because my brain thinks Zelda, and it's a heart piece kind of thing. It upgrades our health very incrementally. There are 8 of them, 1 in each stage. So we got the one in Storm Eagle stage now. Can you come back down, please? Thank you. We're going to stand on this platform. Now, we could wall jump on top of here, but where's the fun of that? You can break the glass. We're going to destroy this guy. It'll break all the glass. And show that we even E-tank. Unlike old Mega Man games, in which the energy container is a separate thing, this is a sub-tank. Sub-tanks can store bonus energy that we collect into it so that we can use it for later. Mega Man X1 only has storage for health energy, I want to say. In later games, there's weapon tanks, and there were weapon tanks added to the older Mega Man series, but for now we don't need to worry about those. You'll want to jump at the height of each of these guys, or like its apex, if you don't have the dash shoots. If you've got the dash jump though, you can dash jump to each of these. These ones are a lot harder to do because they require you to be at the absolute minimum to make. We're just going to use the dash legs to make them significantly easier. You might be surmising I'm not going to be using much of the Shotgun Ice, mostly because the Shotgun Ice is just not that great. It fires 5 projectiles after it connects with either an enemy or a wall. It's useful for later, but for now we won't be needing it. We're going to grab 1 extra life down here in these fire tanks. There's one all the way at the end. This takes a little bit. There we go. So we just hit the stage checkpoint. I know it's here because you spawn at either at the top of this bit or you spawn down before this grating here. We're gonna fall down. You can get over here or get to this section by dash jumping off the ground here, or you can dash jump off the wall to get here. Now, if I had some kind of auto-fire, that'd be cool, but those don't exist normally in this game. This one contains a helmet upgrade, which allows you to just jump into certain blocks. This is only required for, like, 1 piece, and that's the next major upgrade we're getting, which will be after this stage. One other thing to note is that you can break these blocks by wall jumping off of them, so do be wary of that one. Dash jumping versus dash wall jumping does not grant you more heights, it just grants you more horizontal capabilities. I'm gonna grab this other extra life because I might need it later, even though I'm a pro gamer and not that bad. So there are these platforms here, they will fall, so just jump onto them and move. On a ship. We're not going to need Chill Penguin's weapon because Storm Eagle is not weak to it. So you could take the boss door over here normally, or you can just jump over to there. Now, that noise means that we stored some health energy into our sub-tank. We'll be using that later if we need it. It does persist through levels, so do keep that in mind. Now, Storm Eagle here, we're going to be mostly using our dash boots to get dash pellets in. He will sometimes spawn in an egg like this guy, and that'll heal his spawns. If he's grounded, just damage summon him. If he's not grounded, charge up a charge shot. If he flies off screen, he'll try and dive bomb you. You can get in a free shot if you time it right. If you miss, it's okay. He stops, or he hovers at the perfect opportunity for you to get a charge shot off. And you can kill him off screen as well, I think, or relatively off screen. He's a really easy boss because he doesn't do a lot of direct damage to you outside of his contact damage, which if you can walk away from, you're usually more than fine for that. Storm Tornado, Storm Eagle's weapon, is one of the strongest options in the game. That tornado there does damage on either every frame or every third frame. It's stupid overpowered for any sub-boss of any kind. We're going to use that to bully Flame Mammoth.